go. Okay.
It was a punch on thing, you know, the thing that you weren't waiting for the whistle, you got back in and got a chance to get down, move quickly. That was a big improvement.
Yeah, I remember the Plectron. When I first came in, they had a Plectron, and it was loud. Not like the your pager you have today, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you one for equipment. Today, everybody has a pager. They get, and in fact, they got them coming, the alarms are coming in on their cell phones too, I guess. But back in the old days, all right, we didn't have any pages. In Protection Engine, the state police had a barracks up on Route 52,
By me.
and if you had a fire, you would call the state police number. When the state policeman got the call, he would take the information and he would push a button, and down at the firehouse, the horns would go off. The sirens would go. Now, when the sirens went, okay, what do? You got to run to the firehouse, because when we didn't know where the fire was, but the first guy in the firehouse would pick up the telephone, and on the other end of the telephone was the state police, and he would tell them where the fire was. And the guy would then write the number on the chalkboard, which was handy, and then everybody who would read the chalkboard knew where the fire was. So when you got to the firehouse, you checked the chalkboard and so forth and so on. Well, that was kind of slow, really. So we got smart, and we all bought CB radios. We had CB radios in our vehicles.
That's right.
Okay, and when the alarm went to the firehouse, like from the state police, the first person in the firehouse would get the information from the state police, and then go on the CB and start telling everybody the fire is at such and such, the fire is at such and such. And then everybody who was responding that had a CB could go directly to the scene rather than come to the firehouse. Well, that was a pretty good improvement that we did ourselves.
Yeah, I haven't heard that story by anybody else yet.
Okay, and that worked pretty good for a while, all right? But we still had the problem with the lack of coats and boots and so forth. You still had to get that from the truck.
Them CBs were like this here. I remember trying to get it in the front of my car. I said, this is some...
Yeah, to put a bracket.
It was a bit...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
What year did you started to get better with turnout gear in?
Oh, here.
Like what decade was did you see a good change, like for getting turnout?
I saw change the minute we got down here and got here. When we got here,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the change, Then
I mean, when did we start this company?
No, when did you see?
When did it change?
Like were the 70s good? Were the 80s good? Were the 90s?
When we got here.
Yeah. We had equipment over on Wood Street, but yeah, things got better over here. Yeah, little by little, our commissioners and everybody involved got better equipment for us.
I was the #1 painter over that, when we went to that barn over there on the other street in the village. We painted inside it. We needed paint, and we didn't have any money, of course. Anybody had paint that was left over, bring it in and it poured it in a barrel. And it came out, it was close to being purple, but it was a nice clean color, wasn't it? In the other barn, when we painted the inside of that garage over there, and that was a mixture of God knows how many different paints. And we painted that. That was a good. That was good. We did a nice job over there.
Yeah.
Now you talk about there was another firehouse. Would you say Woodbridge was it?
Oh, we moved from Protection Engine
Okay.
over to it.
Well, we quit Protection Engine.
Yeah.
We formed our own company Rombout, and we got this old barn on Wood Street, which was a town used to keep their equipment in there, the highway department.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us the building. I don't remember whether we paid for it or got it, and then we fixed it up. We closed in with cement blocks, and we put a big door. We had a door that Joe Yellen got from the airport up there. Okay, it was one of the hangars, and he kept that door. Joe was a steel man. He was a member.
Yeah.
Okay, and we put that door on the front of that building. So we built that in 2 years. We built a station over there, but meanwhile, this was being negotiated. So to wound up moving over to here, and we built this building. We didn't build the building, but we finished it inside. Everything you see here, the firemen did.
Now, which street?
I
What was the name of the building then, or the company then? Was it Rombout then?
It was Rombout from back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that building when we went over, I mean, that was a garage, like he said.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, the turnout back then with the old, they did a job on that. When we left there, of course, we had an old truck. Everything was, it was different. It was different, but it was a group of guys that really wanted to do the job. I mean, and from that, this came.
Now, is that building still up?
It's still there. It's the police department now.
Really?
Village.
Wow.
The village police department.
Yeah, village police are in there. Oh yeah, we fixed up the building good enough that it could be utilized.
Absolutely.
I guess the village made money on it.
We actually had eating facilities in there.
Oh, yeah.
If you look in the kitchen over here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you'll see kitchen cabinets. Well, I used to be in the building business, and those kitchen cabinets were given to us free from Van Voris Lumber when we were building there over on Wood Street. And I took all these kitchen cabinets and I built a kitchen over there. So we had eating facilities. And then when we moved over here, I said, well, cabinets are still good. So we took them down and we put them over in this kitchen.
Who was the first chief?
First chief here,
Was
Russ.
Van Pelt. Van Pelt. What's your name? Was second? Kenny Schofield.
Well, we had Russ Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Well, all the chiefs are up on the board there. You can get them pictures of them. And then we had Kenny.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how did the name Rombout come about?
The name for the roundabout,
They did it without me there.
that was Jean Van Pelt. Now, Jean Van Pelt was the wife of Russ Van Pelt, who was one of our first firemen, chiefs, and so forth. And they wanted to come up with a name for the company, and they chose Rombout. Was the old Dutch guy that inherited all this property we're standing on.
Oh, okay.
He starting in City of Beacon, I think they gave him a horse and he rode around, and everything that he could get within there was the Rombout patent, including the Wappingers was in that originally. Okay, so Rombout was really a historical name for the area, Dutch thing.
That's amazing.
So we chose the name Rombout, and we have in the case out there, there's a copy of the Rombout coat of arms that the family had, and we tried to mimic that coat of arms when we wanted to get a patch.
Mm-hmm.
So our patch is similar to the coat of arms, not that great. Everybody says we got the Rangers patch. But it does look like the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. He's gonna show us.
Remember it is. That's it.
Here's Wood Place. If you,
That's the Wood Street.
Okay.
That's the police department now over there.
Wow, pretty neat.
And they just moved in.
And this is the other side of town.
Yeah, let me help you.
This is Station 2.
And what is that referred to as? What do they call it?
Station 2. One company,
Oh, okay.
2 companies.
Okay, Station 2, okay.
And here's the wood place,
All right, wood place, wow.
the first trucks.
That's Station 2,
Yeah.
and that's the old original Wood Street,
And
right?
where's Station 2?
Cedar Hill.
Okay,
Yes, that's right. That's
I
the
bet.
best way to say it. That's where it is.
Tell them the story with this truck.
Yeah,
I tried to drive that truck. Believe that? I got as far as 84, right that way. A little bit was open. Gun scope it up and get out. Get out. Yeah.
was it a standard?
No, it was one of those trial run things, right?
Wow, okay.
It is, have you done Beekman yet?
Yeah,
You know the red truck
yeah.
in their corner?
Is,
That's it.
is that right?
Oh my God,
That's it.
wow.
See, hold that picture up again. Remember I told you about the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see this here?
Yep,
That's hanging out in our equipment room. That's the first thing we stuck on the
First sign,
front
eh?
of the building to
That's-
designate a firehouse.
That's-
It's up on the wall out here.
that's amazing. Now Chuck, think back when you first joined, what difference have you seen in apparatus compared to today?
I'm gonna answer that one, Chuck. Take a picture. Apparatus.
Yeah.
The fire trucks, how do they differ from when you first started till today?
Where did we get that first truck?
Holy
I
jeez.
forget. Bill, where did we get the first truck?
Hey, where did we get that first truck? I think that was the first truck we had, wasn't it?
The,
You said it's still down and where?
that one came from Beekman.
Yeah, it was.
Came from New Jersey.
That's the
No, no,
first, yeah,
the
yeah, that's
37.
right, he's right, they went to
37.
Second hand,
37, we bought that from Beekman for $1.
Let us use it for $1.
yeah.
We kept it about 10 years.
$1 and a dream, eh?
Gave it back to him for $2.
I think the first one is
100% profit,
from New Jersey. I
okay?
think was the first truck.
That was the American one, France.
Yeah. What was your question? Where did we get the truck?
Now, what's the difference in apparatus? You know, like your first truck that, you know, you rode in, or
Oh, well.
when you compare it to the apparatus they have today?
If you, let me tell you, difference in apparatus. Protection engine had an old Mack, and that truck was that was the backbone of the company, really. Okay, but it used to have, the motor wasn't that strong, so when we got to a steep hill, we used to have to get out and push it up the hill. That happened. Okay, and we used to use that truck for everything. We went to a lot of parades in the old days. We went to these people, the different companies would have these bazaars and stuff, and they would have a little parade with it. And we always went to parade with the Mack truck. Now, in the old days, you were allowed to hang all over the truck. You can't do that today. You got to be inside and seat belts on. Okay. But in the old days, we used to pile, we had boards we put across the hose rack, and the guys would sit up in the hose rack, and we'd take off for Millbrook with maybe 10 or 12 guys on the truck, okay? So we'd get to a hill, and the truck wasn't too good, the guys would have to get off and help push the truck up the hill in Millbrook, okay? Because we used to start in the back, and you had to go up the back hill,
Yeah.
come down, all right?
My God, that's hysterical,
that was-
hysterical.
That was kind of of course, you don't have that problem today. All the trucks are good.
You might get a lemon here or there, right?
When we came down here, we came down our first parade out of here was Montgomery, what the hell, that's here's the Rombout, the other one used to be, we kept saying, what was that?
Montgomery Ward?
Montgomery Ward, we had Montgomery Ward repairman's suit, the gray shirt,
Yeah.
and pants, and hat, and black tie, and we went up to Monticello, and we marched to Monticello,
Yeah, yeah.
with that, and by God, if we didn't win,
Yeah.
Was that a Hudson Valley convention?
Huh?
Was that a Hudson Valley convention, maybe?
I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And I'll tell you another thing, why those trophies up there, because I put them there. I used to be the guy that drilled them, marched them, you know, I was the whatever you call them.
Drill sergeant?
Yeah, that was my job. Line them up, and they did their job. They did well. Got all the big guys up front. You marched up front, did you? With the other,
Me?
yeah.
I marched until I couldn't march anymore.
Oh, all the big guys are up front and put it down. No bobbing up and down, but
I'll give you a story about that old Mac. This is a true story. Ben Puff was a cop in the village of Frisco.
the only cop.
You know,
The only cop.
And he was also a member of the fire company. So we went to a parade in Millbrook, and Benny drank a little bit too much, okay? So we gotta come home now, and Ben is, you know, he came up on the truck, and he's gonna go home on the truck. So he's standing on the back tailgate, and we were afraid he was gonna fall off. So I rode behind, alongside of him, with my arms kind of like around him, and I held him on that truck all the way from Millbrook to Fishkill.
Wow.
So we get to Fishkill, all right, back into to the station, and I get off. I'm exhausted, and he gets off and falls
Right
on
on
his
top of
face
you.
and it skins his nose right there on the floor in the station. After I held him all the way down.
Wow.
Oh, Ben Puff.
We had some good times.
Now tell me, Chuck, what positions have you held in the fire department? Firematically or administratively? Did you hold any positions?
What's that?
Like, were you ever a
Hey, what's-
lieutenant, a captain?
No, I don't know. Did you ever go to rank? Were you a captain?
Did I ever go where?
Up through the ranks?
Captain? Were you a captain?
No. I didn't go into the offices. As it was, I just gave up president of the Benevolent Association.
Okay.
Okay, and I wound up being a commissioner and things like that, but I never was an officer other than, I think I was I was a president up in Pico, but I was never a president down here. You know, we were too busy building.
Yeah.
How about you, Jim? Did you hold any ranks?
I was president up at Protection Engine. But no, I had no ranks. They when I went to fire police, they had I can't think of his name. He lived up on Osborne.
It was Charlie Allison.
Charlie Allison. Charlie Allison was the charge of
The captain of the fire police.
That's right. Yeah, he was the fire police guy there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
By that time I was old.
How about it? Did you guys hold any county positions with, say, Dutchess County Volunteer Firemen's Association or Hudson Valley or anything like that?
Myself, no. I didn't have time for that. I was lucky I was home.
Well, I was captain of the fire police a couple of times.
Yeah, well, I know you were.
But I didn't do, I thought you were talking about line officers. I didn't consider captain of the fire police.
I know he was fire police.
But I did that a couple of times.
I tried to run him over. I know you there.
I still do the traffic when we have the pancake breakfast, I'm out there directing
Yes,
the
he is.
traffic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time went by fast, I'll tell you that.
I bet.
No,
So do you guys still go to parades?
no, I don't parade.
You don't ride in the parade?
ride.
No?
I can't walk.
I got knees. I don't have any knees.
I know. I hear you.
I didn't realize, you don't realize you're getting slow, but I was down a parade down in Montrose, and they got a hill there that you kind of walk up, and walking up, of course I was always first in line on the right side. I was the, what do you call that guy?
The guy.
Yeah, the guy. And all of a sudden, I feel somebody pushing me in the back. Now, what the heck? I go, and then he's pushing me in the back again. I was losing speed and I didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and from that